Namaskar dosto. Welcome to 2MG or 2 Minute Gyan by Agile Beyond Boundary. In this episode, I'm going to talk about simplified OKR. Yes, I'm not going to talk about what is OKR. I assume you know about OKR. Rather, I'm going to talk about some more practicality about it and how to simplify its implementation. What I experience as an enterprise agile coach, organization often struggle on two aspects when it's come to OKR. First and foremost, it should often look like an additional overhead. So I'm sprinting, I am delivering, I am doing tons of things, and OKR comes on top of it. Then it's not simple, it's complex. And second aspect is often I see that organizations start with OKR, they very well define their objective and key results and also initiatives, but then soon they lose track of it. So these are the two common problems, and here is the solution. Are you ready for it? First and foremost thing is it should be embedded in your way of working. Whether you are using Kanban or Scrum or some different framework, ideally the OKR should be embedded in whatever things you are doing. So what I did, I created a single pager to track, to work on OKR, to collaborate on OKR, and I fondly call it simplified OKR template. As you can see in this template, there are all three aspects on one single page. Your objective statement. Normally, when we define objective go for long time. So it can be for a whole year. Then you have key results. My recommendation, it's not a rule, it's a good practice that we keep this key result for a quarter, next 3 months. And then come the initiative. So I have an objective. Corresponding to that objective, I have some key results. Now, corresponding to that key results, I need to act on something, and there comes my initiative. And a good recommendation for initiative timeline is aligned with your sprint cadence or your scrum cadence. For example, if you have 2 weeks of a sprint, try to create some initiatives which can fit with your sprint. Idea is not to duplicate your backlog. Your backlog would be in your product backlog or in your team backlog only. But this simplified OKR template helps you really kind of brainstorming on, okay, if this is my objective, these are my key results, what all things I need to do. And those can be your pointer to do a better sprint planning. So basically what you are doing, you are embedding, or you are kind of creating a very nice collaborations between your sprint planning and your OKR template. So that's the first part. Now now let's look at the second problem statement, that organizations start with a very good OKR, objective key result workshops and all, but over the time lose track of it. And the primarily reason behind is absence of a good check-in process. OKR check-ins are equally important than defining your OKR. And here is a template for OKR check-ins. Primarily on OKR check-ins, you talk about 4 questions. Is any of my key results changed in terms of absolute number? If it's not changed, or even if it's changed, what is my confidence level, whether I will be able to achieve the key result, if it's key result for a desired timeline for a quarter, what is my confidence level? Is my confidence high, okay, or low? And based on the first 2 questions, you talk about next 2 questions is what is hindrance? What are the impediments? What is problems? And then what can we do? So your initiative. And these initiatives, again, go back to your simplified OKR template, and your initiatives will be updated or refreshed. A good way of embedding OKR check-in is do it along with your sprint review, maybe immediately after your sprint review or just before your sprint review. So while the OKR template can be very well aligned with your sprint planning, the OKR check-ins will align with your sprint review. And just having a good OKR check-in process and managing it or tracking it, collaborating it over one single page, which is simplified OKR templates, makes life very, very easy. What you are doing here, you are actually simplifying it by 3 means. you are keeping your objective, key result, and initiative on one single page. One single page. So it's simple. Second, you embedded it into your way of working. So you have sprint planning, sprint review, very well aligned with your OKR. And third is you make it much more a live thing. As you do your sprint iterations, one iterations and second start, likewise, your OKR is not one-time activity. You define your OKR, your key result changing every quarter, your initiative changing every sprint, and you are continue to show your confidence level and where you are in the key results using check-in. So it's much more live process or live system. I hope this simplified OKR can help you. You can download simplified OKR template from Agile Beyond Boundary website. The link is available in the comment. Signing off for now, I'm Vivek Sinha, and I believe Agile is beyond boundary.